everyone. It's Kara Cherniak, and I want to welcome you back to the My Worry Free Kid podcast. And I'm so glad you're here with me today because I want to talk about something that I know many of you are struggling with, but very few of you are willing to speak about openly. And that is the feeling of being stuck, the overwhelming feeling of having to parent a child with anxiety or ADD, OCD, or another diagnosis. And I want to talk about how sometimes in our desperate attempts to help our children, we may actually start taking a step back from our role as a parent. And the guilt, the shame, and the confusion that can come with that can be overwhelming. Let's get real for a moment. Maybe this sounds familiar. Your child has started lashing out, started hitting you or hitting their siblings or even themselves when they're upset. Maybe they're lashing out at school or breaking things around the house or simply refusing to do even the simplest of tasks like getting ready or going to bed. And you find yourself thinking, what the frick am I doing wrong? How did I let it get to this point? And I want to tell you that you're not alone in this. It's so easy to fall into the trap of self-blame, to feel like you're failing as a parent because your child is just behaving this way. You might think, well, if I just back off, if I just let this go, maybe things will get better. But instead, things get worse. And then comes the exhaustion. The sheer exhaustion of battling every single day. You start to lose where you end and where your child begins. You start to feel like you're the one drowning in your child's anxiety, and it's become the ruler of your home. You start to wonder, am I making things worse? Should I just let them do what they want so I don't have to see them suffer anymore? And maybe, without realizing it, you start to step back. You stop enforcing the rules because you're so afraid of triggering another meltdown or another episode. You stop setting boundaries because you're afraid that pushing too hard might damage them more. You start walking on eggshells in your own home. But here's the thing, and I say this with so much compassion. When we take a step back too far, when we stop being the parent, our children lose something essential. They lose that sense of safety that comes from knowing that someone is there guiding them even through their darkest moments. They lose the chance to learn that they can handle the big feelings and that they don't have to be defined by their fears or their anxiety. But it's a hard truth, isn't it? To think that by trying to help them, we may actually be hurting them more. That by stepping back, we might be teaching them that it's okay to hit, it's okay to break things, it's okay to withdraw from life. I get it. It's not their fault. That's what you keep telling yourself. Well, I want to tell you that it's not your fault either, but it is a pattern that needs to change. So where do we go from here? Maybe you're feeling a deep sense of guilt thinking, well, I've already let it go too far. I've already failed. Or maybe that sense of shame is starting to creep in where you hear that voice whispering, I should have known better. I should have done more. I should have been more. But I want to tell you something right now. You are a good parent. You're trying. You're here. You're listening. You're learning. And that's the most important thing. The truth is, there's no perfect way to handle this, and there's no perfect parent. But there is a way to step back into your role as parent with both strength and love, to reclaim your position as the guide, the leader, and the steady hand that your child so desperately needs, even if it feels hard, even when you feel scared, even when you feel like you're on the edge of breaking. And yes, even when it feels impossible. I know it's not easy, and I don't want you to feel like you have to go it alone. That's why I created the My Worry Free Kid program. It's a place where you can learn how to handle these behaviors with compassion and confidence without losing yourself in the process. It's a place where you can find the tools to stop accommodating and to start supporting your child in a way that truly helps your child grow and also allows you and your child to keep moving forward. So to get you started, I'd like to invite you to a free masterclass. It's going to be hosted live on Zoom. In this masterclass, I'm going to walk through the principles and the core strategies to break the cycle of fear and to break the cycle of accommodation and start building the kind of relationship that you and your child both deserve. It's time to stop feeling stuck and to start feeling empowered again. I want you to go over to facebook.com/groups/myworryfreekid program. In there, you're going to find resources, and you're also going to find the link to the live masterclass. I'll be there to guide you every step of the way, but it's you who has to take that first step. Thanks for being here, and I want you to remember you're stronger than you think, and you have everything you need to help your child thrive. Sometimes you just need a little help. I'll see you on the next episode. Real quick, the only ask I could ever have of you guys is to spread the word so we can help more parents achieve peace of mind, gain confidence in handling their child's anxiety, and create a calmer home environment. So the single thing I ask of you today is to just subscribe so that you can get the next notification of the next episode. It'll take 10 seconds and it'll mean the absolute world to me, and it may just change the world of another parent.